What's up guys, Eric Choi here. Today we're at Buff Nowhere. For skinny.
What's it called again?
Buff Nowhere.
Nowhere. Sounds very accurate.
We're at Apple Valley with Tire Man Dan from Xcomp, the Drift Caddy Daddy, and we have Jeff with us.
My name is Jeff.
He's gonna drive and drift on this track today. So for today's vlog about the donor car hunting. At Xcomp they built this Cadillac. It comes with an LS6 from factory, but they built it into a drift car.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
2,000 years later.
Still recording! Thank you. Yeah, let me hop in.
Oh!
Seeing that car run out there, it's like seeing your kid.
It's a great. It's
Yeah.
so much fun.
Alright, we've been having fun all day. Now get into the details about the car. We have Jeff here. This is his drift machine. And Jeff, tell us a little bit more about this car. And does it have an LS from factory? Because LS is one of the options that I can put on the 190E. And people have been saying like it's the easiest, the best value to create the power. And why you picked this car?
So CTS-V, it's 2005 CTS-V. This car comes with an LS6 from the factory. This particular one, we have a supercharger on the top. You can see we're trying to cool it down.
Yeah, we just had a whole day of drifting.
Had a lot of fun. So LS, it's a great engine. Makes a lot of power. You get parts everywhere. Anywhere across the US, you could probably find AutoZone with parts to fix your LS.
And this is LS6. 6. How many liters is this?
This is a 5.7. So these were in like a C5 Z06, more tuned up than the CTS-V one, but same engine. But the beauty of the LS is all parts are pretty much interchangeable. You can make crazy amounts of horsepower with them. You can find parts from pretty much everywhere, aftermarket, OEM.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. Like you can grab parts anywhere, and they're interchangeable between different LS, right? Because they have LS 1, 2.
There's 3, the newer 6-liter, and then there's all the way. There's LTs, truck motors. You get.
I've seen why people love them now. Like you have so many. And how much you pick this whole car up like before the modification?
So when we got it, it had a supercharger on it. All it has a V2 rear end, like the newer CTS-V, stronger rear end. And it was a little beat up, like. Well, we kind of did this.
Oh, we did this today, yeah.
This bumper is JB welded together. I think we got for 15 grand.
15 grand,
which is great for Had like 70,000 miles on it. We got 4 bucket seats in here, a full cage, so you can go tandem.
Yep.
With your friends.
We're having 4 people. We're having a family time there earlier.
There's a serious cage in there, so it's safe for all your friends. It's got, see, 2 brakes. One's the hydro for hand braking.
Yeah, you got 2 calipers.
A slight little angle kit. Xcomp makes like these little angle kits for extending your tire rod, get a little more steering angle.
This is a drift build. What I'm looking for is not a drift build, it's just a project car. So mainly I'm sourcing out like which engine I should pick from, which engine is the best suitable for me. Everybody's recommending to do LS. Yeah.
I got an LS for you.
You got
out here, we're gonna have to travel back to Chino.
Oh right, Jeff had an E46 M3 with a
LS2.
LS2. So how many liters is that?
That's a 6 liter.
6 liters, so it's bigger than this one.
A little bigger.
Yeah, we're gonna check that out. So that is a engine swap. We have to check it out and see how hard it is to put it in, how well that everything goes into that car. That will actually be a proper one that I should compare and see if I really want to put an LS in the 190E. You said you're gonna show me. Oh shoot! This is your little man cave.
Yeah, I got my old M3. It's all torn apart in pieces because it's spun a rod bearing.
This insane. Like, I'm a big E46 M3 guy, and I found another one. You have 3 in here.
Favorite car. This is the best car in my opinion.
So you said this one have an LS2 in it?
LS2.
Wow, this color. Whoa. That wide body. Whoa, is it on back?
Yeah, it's got airbags. It's like a SEMA car in 2016, so it had airlift was like one of the things. It was on Toyos back in the day.
So this is a SEMA build, and then now is a drift build.
I kind of rewired some stuff, put some interior stuff in.
Talking about the good stuff. This is the LS.
This is what makes this car, like the green, the Ithaca Verde.
This is one of the options that I can use on the 190E. A lot of people told me like, do LS, because it's quick, easy, affordable, make a tons of horsepower. A lot of parts that's available, just like the Caddy that we were drifting the other day. You were drifting, you're killing it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. You guys enjoyed the footage that I put on the track? Man, this car with the LS2, it's basically a drop-in, or how hard it is to put this engine in.
So in the E46, it's not too bad. Like the frame rails are pretty wide. It fits pretty good. I mean, some stuff you have to change, like the stock shroud right here is a little big for it. So
Yeah, that's not factory.
that's not factory.
I'm pretty familiar with this engine bay, but this is clean. They painted all the engine bay inside.
Paint job is good.
You don't see a lot of wire hanging, all that. That is for the headlight, probably.
So a lot of the stuff I did on this car, I had to wire up like how it was wired. They tried to tuck the light harnesses into the fender here, and you didn't have enough length to actually plug in the headlights, so the lights weren't working. A lot of the vacuum system on the LS wasn't actually plumbed. The you could see the stock M3 expansion tank right
Yes,
here.
I recognize that. That was over here before.
Before it sits right here where the intake is. See like the mount right there.
Because it's a SEMA car. It's mostly for show. I just went to SEMA this year. A lot of the SEMA build are for show. They're not running, they're not drivable. A lot of Bluetooth engine swap, a lot of Bluetooth drive shaft, everything's Bluetooth.
Like you wouldn't take it on a long drive. That's
Yeah, so this car, once you brought it, you have to fix it up a little bit, make it more functional, right? More drivable.
Rewired some stuff. The alternator was a big problem since LSs have batteries in the engine bay. They
Okay.
kind of need a pretty beefy charger cable, and the one that was on this car was like wired underneath the water pump, and the wire, it just wasn't the amperage you need to charge the battery, which is all now in the trunk. Well, it's always in the trunk in this car, but we just beefed up this, got a one-wire alternator, so it has the logic in the alternator and knows what to do without having a ECU tell it what to do. So that saved me. That was a little headache when I got this car, trying to figure out how to charge it without burning out alternators. Got that working, did the expansion tank, and that was kind of all for the engine. I had to put this in. I changed, plug wires because they were arcing on the headers. They didn't have any like heat shrouding or anything, so I wrap that side because it's kind of close to the brake lines and the brake booster.
The E46 M3 engine is not a big one, right? It's a decent size, but not. It's a long one. It's a straight six.
So
Yeah.
it's nice and compact.
Yeah.
And it sits at an angle, so it kind of fits really nice. So LS is a little more cramped in this engine bay.
There's no custom fabrication on the subframe, as you know. That you.
This is all like the only thing that you need is like engine mounts. It mounts right to the stock, location.
Oh, that easy?
Yeah, you just buy engine swap kit. Like
That's insane. Like this engine basically drop in to the chassis.
engine transmission, all you need after that is a custom drive shaft and you're ready to go. You need an ECU, but you probably have it if you have the engine.
That's insane. Because for me, I will assume like the 190E comes with a straight 6.2. I have the 2.6.
Yeah.
So the engine bay is quite big, but I don't know if the subframe will accept that engine. Engine mount probably is a must. I don't know if we have to widen some part of the firewall as well. And the next thing is the transmission tunnel as an AT. I don't know if we have to widen that transmission tunnel to accept this full powertrain. Because this one also have a GM transmission, right?
Yeah.
It comes with the
T56, so that would be in, Corvette, GTO, that the engine would have been in.
Got it. So it's a kind of like a factory transmission for this engine. This is clean. This is because they hide it in here because they probably want a cleaner engine bay. But that's a perfect example of SEMA build. They try to hide everything, but not necessarily have to be functional. Yeah. And now you just slowly turn it into a car that you can drive every day. We have this LS2 in it. The ECU is a standalone system.
It's a factory, it's called an E40 ECM. So it's what would have been in, I think like the older GTOs maybe.
Okay, so it has a GM ECU in it.
It needs unless you go aftermarket, which would be more expensive.
But does all your gauges, like the M3 gauges, still works?
So that's one of the things. Back in the day, you could get these little modules you plug in and pretty much splice it, so all your stuff, all your dash things would show up, like it would read it like it's the factory, and you have everything. But right now, I don't have any of that because the little module, like it got water damage to the previous owner, and now it doesn't work. And the guy that used to make them doesn't make them anymore.
Oh man!
So I could either upgrade my ECU to like something aftermarket and get it all working again, or I just use my phone with the OBD scanners.
Oh, to read all the datas? Okay, so it still reads, but it's not connected to the OEM dash anymore to present all that. And if you want to go that route with the aftermarket ECU, what are the options that you gotta pick?
Depending on how much you want to modify the engine and how much you want to spend.
From video I see, Motec has been one of the first choice of everybody. But I searched the pricing, Motec is very, very expensive.
Yeah, like if you wanted to just drive it around, have a cool engine swap, you're not gonna do any crazy modifications. Like you could run the factory.
For me, I'm not sure. My car is much older. It doesn't run CAN bus. It doesn't have OBD2. It has a 16-point circle OBD plug. I would probably have to go standalone if I use this engine.
The thing is, you could run the ECU without like the body module, like in your car. Like you could just take this engine and transmission with like the wiring that's on it and put it in your car, and it would work. You wouldn't see anything on the dash. Maybe like wheel speed sensors might work. I don't know how that car works.
Yeah, but you know me. Yeah. Like with the M3 wagon build, I want it to be clean, factory, everything's functional, no SEMA Bluetooth build, right? Yeah. So standalone probably is the best way for me to go. Like having the car have ABS as well, so that's something I have to. Does this car have ABS?
Yeah, the factory ABS still works.
Factory from GM or from the E46?
E46. So the car has like the body control module from the M3. It's still in there. It still works. All the stuff works. You have an ECU for just engine stuff, usually engine transmission, and then you'll have a body control module for like windows, AC. Like anything in the car, electronic, it's all two different systems. So you could take out the engine and the other body control module still in there, still work.
I see. So you can mix and match into that.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know. Right now it's just seeing which engine will be the most suitable for me.
Yeah.
LS is one of it. The reason I want a V8 is because of the sound, the power. But Mercedes also have a V8 that I'm very, very interested.
The thing with the Mercedes one is, I don't know, the amount of like aftermarket support and that kind of stuff might be kind of tricky.
Yeah, and it's a much bigger engine too.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
this
that-
is, you could buy parts and modify them, make them work for your car, you know?
Yeah, how many liter is this?
This is
6 liter. This is a tiny 6 liter.
Yeah, it's a pretty compact engine. That's why people like them, because they're small. They mount, like you can mount this down below. It doesn't have to be up here.
Okay.
You can.
Is this the factory location for the alternator?
For, I think a GTO, that's where it is. For the GTO bracket. But like for other models, this will be, you know, tucked down here. Orientations for everything, like water pumps will have different outputs in different places.
I'll call this the king of engine swap in America.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because you can buy this like a crate engine directly from GM.
GM buying LS3.
Yeah, there are millions of this engine out there that's been running. You can grab one from the junkyard.
You can go to any AutoZone and find a part.
And like you said, you don't have to mount the alternator right here. It can be at the bottom. So it basically, whatever car you're dropping it in, you can make it fit the way you want it to be. That's why LS has been everybody's favorite option and the most popular one. Let's check out the interior.
The interior is something I worked on a lot on this car.
It's clean.
So originally it had different seats in it, and since
Oh, look at this. This is new, right?
yeah, with
the Xcomp logo.
since we're working with Status with Xcomp, I thought it'd be cool to get some custom, you know, green seats that.
When you open the door, you see inside is basically factory and nothing falling apart. This is a nice build. Yeah, this is a proper build. You're just making it more functional. Yeah, suitable
drive.
for what you are doing. Thanks for sharing this with me.
Yeah, you want to hear it turn on?
Yeah, absolutely. We need that. We need it to be turned on. It's choppy. It's just like American muscle, choppy.
It's got a cam for sure.
Yeah, LS. Factory exhaust or
Yeah, it's got a factory 46 M3
muffler, yeah.
So it's really, really quiet. Like this thing is very quiet. It definitely needs to be tuned because it's got the cam in it, but it probably has a factory tune. That's why it smells really gassy.
Whoa, that's a lot of unburnt filled. Jeff, thank you for showing me your
anytime.
little man cave, showing me your project car, showing me what's the possibility for the LS on my 190E. I'm still deciding on that. The LS is very, very tempting because it's easy to work on, easy to buy the parts, easy to drop in, your transmission available and all that.
Yeah.
But I have to do my research on how hard is it to drop it into the 190E. But this is very tempting. It looks like a fast, easy project that I can just drop into it. But thank you very much.
Yeah.
I love this build. I love this color.
Thank you.
Let me know what you guys think about the LS swap. Should I do it or should I pick something else? Leave a comment below to let me know what's your thought on it. And also make sure you subscribe, like, share the channel. That is the easiest way for you to support what I'm going to do with the 190E. Cheers.